Hey FT, welcome back to my channel. It's Kiki here. I hope you and yours are doing amazing today. It's the first time on my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please, if you're yet to do so, hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell so you can be informed whenever I upload a new video. Now, in today's video, it's one of my most requested, and I'm so happy that I finally get to say that. You know how some people are like, this is one of my most requested videos. Well, I finally am at that point. But anyway, a lot of people have asked me what are some of my most worn Arabic or Middle Eastern fragrances, and I thought about it and I have 7 for you. These are 7 Arabic fragrances that I always love to wear when I don't have anything planned. Also, I've repurchased them multiple times. I have backup bottles of them and I keep yearning for them. Also, these are fragrances that I can easily wear year round, so they're not relegated to a particular season or temperature. If you'd like to know what these fragrances are, why don't you get settled, get hydrated. Let's get into the video. All right, I'm going to start in no particular order. The first I'm looking at right now on this list is Camra by Lattafa, a fragrance that has gone viral so many times and is a staple in any fragrance lover's collection, especially if you love your Middle Eastern fragrances. This is one that has been out since 2022, and I dare say that this is the fragrance that solidified Lattafa's presence within the fragrance community. Everyone that I know who smelled this on me loves it so much. Camra is a fragrance that is a sweet apple pie scent. It's a little bit spicy from the cinnamon, and this has that caramelized sweetness. So it's literally caramel in here, and then some more sweetness from dates. If you know how dates work in fragrances, it shows up thick, it shows up syrupy, it shows up extremely sweet, and I love that infusion of sweetness, spiciness in this fragrance. Now, is Camra a dupe? Is it not a dupe? I don't know. But what I do feel is that while in the lab, while it was being concocted, something happened some way, somehow, and this took a different turn, making it a star standalone fragrance that everyone just gravitates towards whenever they smell it. This is such an intoxicating, sweet, boozy fragrance. Yes, I know I said boozy, even though there is no note of liquor in here, but the booziness shows up like rum, and that elevates the way Camra smells. This is so sexy on a man, on a woman. The fragrance trail, scent trail that it leaves is incomparable. You gotta have this in your collection, and it is potent. You're getting your money's worth by getting Camra in your collection. Now, Camra is such an impactful fragrance that it has been replicated so many times by various fragrance houses. That is how much of an influence this fragrance has within the community. I love it so much. This should be my second or third bottle. I already have my backups already. I already have the hair mist as well. I mean, I just need this fragrance all the time. I'll tell you though that when I initially got Camra in my collection, I thought it was one of those fragrances that you only had to wear in the cold season because of how intense it shows up. But since having this and getting more of it in my collection, I realized it's about how you spray it and utilize it. Camra works on its own. It can also be layered, and during the hotter climates or hotter temperatures, I tend to wear less of it, fewer sprays, and it still has that much of a presence when I wear it, and people recognize it and people just love it around me. So I would say just be mindful of your sprays when using Camra and just explore it. You'll be amazed at how it shows up on your skin, on your clothes, across the year. And if you're thinking of getting Camra, because of how much it's been replicated on the market, I always recommend you buy directly from the Lattafa website or Beauty House. Beauty House is Lattafa's recognized retailer or distributor of their fragrances here in the US. I'm going to put the details in the description. So first on the list, feature my most worn Middle Eastern fragrances is Camra. You gotta get this. It's phenomenal. I mean, look at my dent. Next on the list is La Chamade Eclatant by Maison Alhambra. This is a severely underrated fragrance. Take it from me. If you enjoy your fruity floral scents, you need this in your collection. But before I delve into the juice, you got to look at the bottle. I'm obsessed with this creation right here. It has different shades of pink, and then it has the design of a peacock right in front. That's to tell you that this is one of those very opulent, regal type of scents. It wants you to feel and be confident. Center of attention type of fragrance is what you're getting in La Charmante Eclatant. So like I mentioned, fruity floral, so you have those ripe rich fruits like raspberry, bringing in the tartness, and then blueberry, bringing in the sweetness, combined with some roses and vanilla. You have a blend that is very special and unique. You're not going to smell like every other person who wears their fruity floral fragrance. You're going to smell just different, but in an approachable way. People want to know what you're wearing. And I've gotten that sort of reaction a few days ago when I wore this out on an evening. The weather was cool, the breeze was, hitting, and I got stopped several times while wearing La Charmante Eclatant. It is just different. It compels people to want to talk to you, and it is long lasting. You're going to smell this on your clothes throughout the day. It leaves that huge cloud around you, and it's one that smells very feminine and luxurious at the same time. People will be amazed when they hear the price point of this fragrance because it smells refined, feminine, and it has that level of sophistication that you don't really see in a lot of fruity floral fragrances. All right, it stares away from that point of overt sweetness and overt tartness. It's also fresh from the fruits and the flowers. This is a beauty to behold. I just am addicted to it. Now, La Charmante Eclatant, to my nose, I've said this from the very first time I featured it on this channel, reminds me a lot of Pink Boa by Stefan Omba Luca. If you look at the notes, it has some similarities to La Charmante Eclatant. I had a decant of that, and when I tried this next to La Charmante Eclatant, I'm like, this is what this fragrance is about. And then you look at the shade of pink used here, similar to Pink Boa, which is pink. You would think, okay, maybe this is, an ode or an alternative to that fragrance. So that's my take. If you feel this is another fragrance that has been recreated, please let me know. But for my nose, Pink Boa, inspired by fragrance, is La Charmante Eclatant, and it's one of my most worn fragrances. Talking about chic and luxurious, this is my favorite from the House of Fragrance world. They have so many fragrances, but this one I have done a number on. I already have a backup bottle. I'm talking about Signature Pearl by Fragrance World. I need to show you the dent in this fragrance, please. Take a look at this. Can you see the level of the juice? Let me turn it so you really see it. Look at that. And this is a fragrance that is less than a month in my collection. For someone who has quite a collection, this is impressive, if I do say so myself. I have drank this fragrance. I am besotted with this fragrance. It is one that I just have to spritz on because I love the way it smells. I love the way I feel. I love the reaction I get from people when they smell this off of me. This is a beauty. Now, Signature Pearl, can we also talk about the bottle? I have to bring this back up. Is one that just is so creative, the design, because Fragrance World decided to recreate their logo as a bottle, which I think it's pretty neat. You know me, bottles get me first before I smell them, especially when it's a blind buy. This was a blind buy, and I adore it. Now, Signature Pearl is Fragrance World's take on Guidance by Amouage. Now, there are other replicas of Guidance, but this has to be the most approachable because we know Guidance is quite polarizing. But this, I've had someone smell this on me and smelled Guidance on me. They preferred this. It's lighter, it's airier, like I said, more wearable, more approachable, and something that you don't have to think too much on it being offensive to people while you wear it. This is one that I've worn to the office. I got compliments. I've worn out. I got compliments. It's an easy, breezy type of fragrance that, again, is the reason why I have gone through it in such a short period of time. If you're not familiar with the Guidance DNA, which is also here, it's your nutty, creamy, slightly powdery fragrance. The powdery effect shows up as it dries down, and the warmth and creaminess is tied to the olibanum. Olibanum is an incense that also, for lack of better words, shows up warm, creamy, especially when used in fragrances. There's also a little bit of spiciness. It's not intense, but it's slightly present, and that is from saffron. I've come to find out that saffron has become one of my favorite floral notes. It's a beautiful blend of freshness and spiciness. So I adore it, and it's in here. All in all, Signature Pearl is a more likable, mass appealing take on the Guidance DNA. And I promise you, this right here is a compliment magnet for me. Look at the dents. I mean, this is too good. Check it out. It's definitely one of my most worn, clearly. Before I proceed, I just realized that the light, it has been blocking out the bottles, and oh my gosh, I'm a lefty, so that's why I'm always putting things here. But for this video, I'm going to move to the right hand, but it might be a bit clumsy. If I drop a bottle, please do not laugh at me, okay? Anyway, the next on the list is definitely my baby. This is Angam by Lattafa. You should know me and this fragrance. We go bad. My ride or die is Angam. This is bottle number 2, and bottle number 3 is already available in my collection. It's that good. This is a delicious confectionery as a fragrance. This is your vanilla, your lavender, your sugar, your cream, your butter blended together as a fragrance to give you the most delicious, say it with me, lavender vanilla cookies. I am not going to ever be tired of that description, especially on this channel when talking about Angam. It's a beauty. It's a long-lasting, sweet, grown and sexy gourmand fragrance that I just adore. Lattafa did their big one by replicating the DNA of Goddess by Burberry in Angam, and every single time I recommended this to a person, they come back to tell me that this is worth having in their collection because it lasts longer than the OG, it performs better than the OG, it smells in a way slightly better than the OG. What is there not to love? And for the price point, you're getting a huge bargain by getting Angam in your collection. Before I go on, I gotta show you the bottle. Now, I love this so much because Angam means music, and Lattafa did a play on that by putting music bars on the bottle. One of my favorite things about packaging is I love when brands are intentional about the outward look of their bottle and how it ties to their fragrances. If you're like me, let me know in the comments. But anyway, Angam. This I love. This is a staple. It's a no-brainer. There are no questions about it. Angam, you and me for life, all right? But seriously, if you're looking for that fragrance that will just make you feel very beautiful, feminine, pretty type of fragrance, you need to check out Angam. Love it so much. Compliment magnet, easy to wear. Any occasion, this fits in perfectly. But my top 2 areas and places to wear this for are for a daytime lunch date or to the office. Trust me, it works so well. If you're thinking of the perfect gift to get for your mom for Mother's Day, please get Angam. She would love you. She would call you her favorite. She would be so appreciative. This is a beautiful, easy to wear fragrance. Do not miss out on this gem. A gorgeous fragrance worthy of loving and repurchasing. One of my most worn is my baby, Angam by Lattafa. Next on the list is El Dorado Extrait by French Avenue. This is one that when I wear it, you cannot tell me I don't have $1,000,000 sitting pretty in my account because it smells like money. It smells like freshly minted, crisp foreign currency. That is what El Dorado Extrait smells like. This is a potent gem. This is one that will get you noticed. It is the epitome of luxury, wealth, expensive taste in a bottle. I kid you not. El Dorado Extrait came into my collection a while ago, about a year now, and I am obsessed. I love this design as well. It looks polished, it looks high-end, it screams class and wealth, in my opinion. And El Dorado Extrait is one that elevates your aura and just your presence while you wear it. I kid you not. Now, this is one that I don't think it's a dupe, but it reminds me of 2 prominent luxurious fragrances geared towards men. First is Crystal Saffron Extrait by Matière Première, which is your saffron fragrance. It brings that spiciness, and Habanalide, which is a substance used in fragrances that amplifies it, but it comes in a little bit musky and animalic at the same time. Such a sensual chemical or molecule used in fragrances. It's a few fragrances that has that note. When you see the combination of the saffron, the Habanalide, makes this one that is so sexy in the air and still retains that level of luxury and wealth in the way it smells. Gorgeous fragrance. And then you have Ganymede by Marc Antoine Bargois, which is such a classy fragrance. It brings in mineral elements, some suede, saffron as well embedded into that gem. That is a fragrance that on a man, so sexy. Now with the combination of those two, I get El Dorado Extrait. But what makes this better is that there is the note of caramel, which sweetens it up. I love a fragrance that touches on caramel. It just makes me happy, especially, I'm a sweet tooth. So when I see caramel, I get excited. That is in here. That makes this fragrance one that I just love wearing. Backup bottle, I have mentioned in the past when I did a reel on this. I have a backup bottle. I'm going to get another backup bottle because I always want to smell like money. And that dream of having $1 million in my collection. This is worth it. A compliment magnet for me. All of the fragrances are, but this gets me compliments all the time, especially from men. I remember wearing this a lot during Christmas in Nigeria 2024. This was pulling people. People wanted to know what I was wearing. It just screams luxury. Oh my gosh. And you know, Nigeria people are luxury 5 and 6. So this is one of those that you wear to appeal to a specific crowd, all right? But I'll tell you this, before you get this fragrance, if you're not familiar with the scent profile, please try to get a decant to understand what you're getting into because it is unique. It's not your run-of-the-mill type of scent. It has the metallic nuance, it has the saffron spiciness, it has the habanolide, again, which is a semi-new substance used in fragrances. It's bold, it's intense. You want to know what you're getting with a fragrance that combines this sort of notes, all right? But that being said, El Dorado Extrait is one of my favorites, one of my most worn, and I can't wait to wear it more and more and more. It's that good. Next is a fragrance that is aptly named because it's a seduction bomb. Like it's one that seduces the senses, the mind of anyone who smells this off of you. I know that's a bit dramatic, but trust me, it really delivers. I'm talking about Scent of Seduction by Sour Leaf. This is a beauty. Those who know, know. Shout out to my girls at Lali Tone. They have bottles of this. They're obsessed with this fragrance. This is a gem. This is your cotton candy and raspberry and patchouli intensely merged together, intensely showing up together. Intense performer is what Scent of Seduction is. Let me tell you, I've worn this on date night and yeah, that's it. That is how Scent of Seduction is. It's just a beautiful one that would imprint a memory of you in the heart of anyone who smells this on you. Be it at a restaurant, people will remember you with this smell. Be it with your partner, they will remember you with this smell. Anywhere you go to, they will remember you with Scent of Seduction. It is just how the cotton candy feels like it's melted on the raspberries, and then the raspberries work together with the patchouli. This is a dominatrix in a bottle. Let me put it that way. I said it. Yeah, that's what I was trying not to say. You are in charge, in control, but you still have your soft, feminine side that is so sensual. A combination of that is what you're getting in Scent of Seduction. Elements of seduction, elements of sensuality, elements of dominance is Scent of Seduction. The person that I can imagine that perfectly describes who a Scent of Seduction girly is Angelina Jolie. Yeah. I'm sure by now you already know I love Angelina Jolie. So every fragrance that is sexier AF is Angelina Jolie, and that is Scent of Seduction. Anyway, I digress. My bad. This is so good, long lasting. The thing is, you don't need to spray a lot for this to perform. It follows you like a shadow. That is how good Scent of Seduction is. An under the radar type of gem. And you know what? It better stay under the radar because I don't want everyone to smell like this now. I have a backup bottle of this and I'm looking for another bottle. The only thing is the price has gone up. Why? Tell me why. But it is what it is. Anyway, Scent of Seduction is not a dupe of anything. It's an original creation by Sour Leaf. Sour Leaf is a sub-company of the Swiss Arabian brand. I've mentioned this in the past. A lot of them have sub-companies. They explore and sell similar type fragrances to expand their market and their reach. Scent of Seduction, Sour Left, a gem, a stunner, one of my most worn. This bottle is almost done. I think I have about 10 sprays left. Then I move to my backup bottle. But now my heart breaks because I need an extra bottle so that I feel good about myself. If you love your incredibly sweet and spicy fragrance that is captivating, you will fall head over heels in love with Scent of Seduction. This is mwah, perfecto. And finally, there is no way to make this video without mentioning this fragrance. If I did not mention it, then you know I'm a fraud. And I'm not a fraud. I'm talking about the gem, the absolute stunner that is Terak by Lattafa. Of course, it had to be in this list. This is remarkable. This is an incredible creation of fragrance that I am in love with, literally, because this is my fourth bottle. No judgment here. It's that good, especially on my body. Terak is by Lattafa, an original creation done in collaboration with master perfumer Quentin Bish. I mean, the Quentin Bish. Ugh, okay, I don't want to fangirl here, but just go check him out. Terak is that girl. If you want to feel like that girl, if you're in your grown and sexy and in control phase, you need Terak in your collection. Ignore the naysayers because for me, this is a star. This is one of my most complimented fragrances ever. Of any category of fragrances, Terak gets me compliments. It wins hands down. It is your sweet, nutty, enchanting, addictive fragrance. Sweetness from your caramel and honey glazed over your bitter almonds, which gives it the nuttiness. And then you have some additional sweetness from your apricots. This is a combination that just draws people in. The accord it forms is just magnetic. I always get stuck when I wear Terak. I don't know how else to say this. In the air, it's like this beautiful, sweet cloud around you that follows you anywhere you go. One of my tricks is to wear it on my hair and then I put it on my shoulders. And then when I walk past the person, I already know that I'm probably going to get stopped. And so it just makes me feel good. It's a beauty to have, I promise you. I love this one because amongst many other reasons is that it keeps getting stronger as it sits in my collection. So fourth bottle, that's why the dent is not much. And the last time I wore this is actually last weekend. Coming back to it, it smells more intense than it was last time. There's something about this gem. Now, I would say at the opening, especially if you get a new bottle of Terak, it sort of reminds you or me of La Belle by Jean-Paul Gaultier at the opening. And fun fact, La Belle was also created by Quentin Bish. Anyway, open it up, you get that sort of smell, but as it dissipates in the air and settles, it becomes more of that caramelized nuts. Just think of this as your sweet caramelized almond nuts, and then you have bits of apricots sitting in there in this bowl of deliciousness. That is what you're getting with Terak. I know it's an addiction. Grown, sexy, in charge, in control type of fragrance, similar to Scent of Seduction. This is one that would just have people spellbound. They want more of you. They want to smell more of you. I have given Terak as a name, as a recommendation to so many people. So many people. It's beautiful. I would also acknowledge the fact that Terak seems to be polarizing. Some people say they get some vegetal elements. I don't. Some people say they get leather. I don't. I just get the sweet part of Terak on my body, on my clothes, in the air, right? And the fact that it's an original creation just makes me appreciate it more and more. So, like with other fragrances on this list, and even with Terak, in as much as I'm fawning over them, excited over them, they're my most worn fragrances. I have backup bottles. I will always recommend that you get your samples, get a decant, test it out to know if it works for you. Because at the end of the day, the goal is for you, not me, for you to enjoy your perfume collection. That being said, one of my most worn fragrances by a Middle Eastern brand is this masterpiece. It's Terak by Lattafa. And there you have it, my love. These are 7 stunning, incredibly crafted creations by Arabic fragrance houses that I swear by, literally. I can tell you, honor. I love these fragrances. I have backup bottles of them. I just want to wear them all the time. So tell me yours. What are some of your favorite millers and fragrances that you constantly need to have in your collection, you've repurchased, and you just keep recommending to people? I love to learn and read from you. Thank you so much for spending good time with me. I hope you like this video. Please, I hope you do. So please share it with your loved ones. Do not forget to like, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the post notification so you can be informed whenever I upload a new video. Until next time, stay blessed, stay beautiful. You are so beautiful, my love, and I can't wait to see you soon. Mwah. Bye.